Fleeing to Uzbekistan. Dozens of Afghan pilots to be transferred to US bases. A group of Afghan Air Force pilots seeking refuge in Uzbekistan after the Taliban invaded Kabul will be transferred to a United States US military base. So read the report. The Wall Street Journal, WSJ. Pilots may be transferred as soon as the weekend under the agreement reached between the US and Uzbekistan, the WSJ report said, citing people familiar with the matter. The Afghans are expected to fly to the US military base in Doha, Qatar, where they will be processed for further travel. It is not clear where the Afghan pilots will eventually settle down. US and Uzbek State Department officials in Washington declined to comment to the WSJ. The Hill has also reached out to the US State Department and the White House for comment. When the Taliban took control of Afghanistan last month, some 46 aircraft with a total of 585 Afghan pilots, crew and their families fled to Uzbekistan. Their pilots and planes have been causing trouble for the Uzbek government since they arrived, and the country has been under pressure from the Taliban to turn over Afghan nationals. Last month, Uzbekistan warned the US to transfer the pilots to another country to avoid friction with the Taliban. If the United States does not make accommodations, pilots will face expulsion. Uzbekistan has maintained ties to the Taliban even before the militant group took over Afghanistan. Taliban spokesman Suhail Shaheen told the WSJ that the pilots had to return to Afghanistan. These pilots have to go back to their countries. The country needs them, Shaheen said. We have just started rebuilding our country. The world should help us, instead of throwing obstacles in the way of Afghanistan's reconstruction and the economic prosperity of our people, Shaheen said. The US withdrew its full military presence from Afghanistan on August 31st, after evacuating more than 124,000 people, including more than 6,000 Americans. However, the Biden administration is still figuring out how to evacuate the roughly 100 Americans who remain in Afghanistan after the withdrawal. The White House evacuated 31 Americans last weekend on a charter flight.